Hello and welcome to Lord Lukan. Leave your sanity after the tone, because we're dialed in for another episode of Love During Lockup.
Oh, look at that. What is it?
Today we'll see then DoorDash introduce a new menu.
On steak, fish, shrimp, and salad.
And we dig up Triple X Tentacion to see if he knows what's going on. Buenas noches, hermosa espectadora. Big thanks to those beautiful people who have subscribed, and a bouquet of hyacinth to the members of the Lukan Manor. First block to stumble over is with Latisha. In the last episode, she broke some news.
Gonna be running things from behind bars.
Then took everyone out for some drinks, as a shallowly veiled way of getting them on side. But she forgot the rule of reality TV. Bring a friend on screen, they'll throw you under a bus. Bring more than one friend, and oh mercy, there'll be war at the woo-woo corral.
Talk like what?
They used to date.
And there it is. It's the 2x friend multiplier in full effect, and the one who objected the hardest to the idea of a new man in the lead role takes great pleasure in throwing the bus thrower buswards.
You my husband?
I'm sure it'll be fine. They probably just sat and talked about prudent money management, and the way she said it has nothing to do with her regularly checking out his working capital. It's probably about crabs or something, but this is all news to Latisha.
You didn't tell me that you guys knew each other back then.
Whoops, and Deanna's like, yeah, sorry, totally forgot that I used to file his incomings. But she's trying to play the can't talk right now, got a straw in my mouth routine. The friend of doom is well pleased with her afternoon's work. And Latisha, well, she's got questions. And that's a pretty good twist. Better than that one time David Hasselhoff kidnapped David Hasselhoff.
You're coming with me.
But Latisha is worried that her man's heart could have been committed to another. That there could have been a tryst of minds wrapped in the coils of love and romance.
You my man's penis.
Yeah, well, you know, she's got a right way of saying it. But Deanna pulls her bestest reasoning.
Oh, I would have told you what it looked like then.
And then Letitia's like, well, yeah, we would totally have had the old what wowzers are in the trousers conversation. And then actually, because it was back in their high school days, she's totally not bothered.
For me, I don't care, but
Yeah, she totally doesn't care.
why am I just now finding this out?
Absolutely. Just because it was more than a decade ago, and it didn't mean anything except a bit of practice for the big leaves, doesn't mean she shouldn't have submitted a full and complete list of partners along with her CV. I mean, why didn't she give a full rundown? Just in case one day one of your exes would go to prison, meet someone who ends up being your boss, and appear on a TV show. In England, it's customary to attend an interview with a full romantic history, you know. You should have seen the last time I turned up for an interview. So, Detective Latisha, who totally doesn't care,
I don't care, but
calls up her man's auntie and asks about the relationship, right in front of her friend, while staring directly at her. That means bringing a third friend into the mix, which is a deadly 3x to the doom multiplier, but it all seems pretty innocent.
so they were just like buddies.
Yeah.
See, there you go, everything's fine. Just a fling from years ago. Let's not worry about it and move on. There's some things in life you wish you'll never know about, so maybe just don't push your luck and ask about.
They didn't.
I mean, I would assume they did. I mean,
Oh dear. You come out for a nice drink because your boss is trying to gloss over the whole guy in prison running an accountant firm thing. And all you get is everyone thinking you're
if they're not just gonna be friends with anybody, they're gonna get mad.
and the face says it all.
Caught me off guard. You almost made me swallow my straw.
Yeah, Deanne's thinking, you ain't the only one swallowing some And it's all gone a bit frosty at the bar, and Latisha sprung a leak. Bossy Thrower is having a whale of a time. And Deanna. So she really limply tackles the issue of being thrown under the number 2 to awkward.
Like that was a little
It was news
weird.
to her, though.
But Deanna and Keith just had a brief fling via their popularity at high school.
Oh, you cute, I'm cute, we gon' talk.
But that doesn't matter. Detective Latisha is mad, and the first casualty is the atmosphere. It's even more awkward than Uncle Dickhead's new music video about summertime being great.
It's summertime when everything's great.
Just had to show you that. I went looking for things that are awkward and found 3 Beat Slide, a family who make their own amazing music videos. Let's go. Anyway, where were we? Oh yes, everyone's concerned about the recent revelations.
And he didn't get the cookie, but the cookie comes off.
And with friends like these, I'm sure it'll all be fine.
I hope he's not keeping anything else from me.
Yeah, it'll be fine. And from one cookie jar to another.
Cooking some cookies and some tea, all right.
We're off to see what Seth Rogen's up to. And he's off to see his daughters, who want to know more about his budding relationship.
Is she marriage worthy or?
And Seth answers without totally looking defensive and stumbling about a simple question.
I think so. I don't think so. I know so, you know. Yeah.
Oh, I know, you know. But as usual, he's planning to move his whole life for his love.
From Tifton up to Rome, it's about 4 hours.
Ooh, it is too. Oddly enough, to go from Tifton to Rome, Georgia, you have to go through pain. Anyway, his daughter is pleasant about her concerns.
I'd be taking advantage of you a little bit.
But don't worry about old ex-cop daddy. He's got years of walking the beat to sharpen his senses.
This was some kind of sham or some kind of flim-flam. I'm Audi 5000.
Wow, so I guess he's just an innie 5000 at the moment. But all this gentle questioning, being sensitive to his needs, is a bit too much for old Rogan PI.
Y'all are like bombarding me.
And his daughter thinks it's weird that an ex-cop will be dating an ex-con.
But that just means that, you know, actually...
Oops, sorry, wrong footage. Let me try that again. And his daughter thinks it's weird.
I think that's kind of weird.
And he has arranged a video call for everyone, but the girls initially don't want to talk to his new girlfriend. So Andy makes up some chit-chat.
Anyway, how's your day been?
Though, you know, mostly locked in a box, key strings and contraband, trying not to get violated by Big Bertha in Cell 14. The usual sort of stuff, really. But the drugs issue is more of a thorn for this family, and the whole reason why Andy is a single parent to his daughters.
She was doing the drugs.
So having this come into their lives again is going to have greater implications.
The same thing that we just dug ourselves out of.
And the thing that makes Andy and Britany a typical lock-up couple is the fact there's always 3 or 4 kids hidden somewhere.
I have an 18-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 10-year-old.
I've been busy.
After the call, one of his daughters targets Andy's for another staple of lock-up relationships.
So you're gonna go around and take care of this girl's kids
And we all know where this is going.
when you didn't really even raise yours.
And we leave these guys to argue about that. But don't go away, still to come.
Everything gonna be good.
But before that, we've got to go and see what Jade is up to. And now I'm verging on not caring. But hey, maybe something fun will happen. Maybe not. Probably something about, oh look, I bought some stuff and blah blah, oh, look at this picture of Chris again. Otherwise there's a bunch of weeks of these two moaning about how the insecure controlling guy is being insecure and controlling, and how the gold digging succubus is digging gold and sucking buses. Anyway, their sister, I don't know, Brenda and Jade are going to do some off-roading.
What the hell is that?
Ah yes, hilarious. Chris's face and something. That never gets old. So Wheatie splashed out on a drone for the sequence. And Chris calls again after his other 18 missed calls.
18 missed calls, Chris?
Sorry, I'm trying to get a hold of you.
It's a bit
Have the lamb stopped screaming?
really, isn't it? So Jade tells him to back off for the 1000th time, and Brenda has a word.
You're gonna tear me and my sister apart.
Which I guess is kind of true, but also a bit dramatic. You could have a guess at the rest of the story, really, couldn't you? Chris will get out and try to push Brenda out, then accuse her of being against the relationship, and Jade should stay home all the time instead. Jade will be accustomed to the lifestyle and try to get a ring in a divorce settlement that gives her regular income from Chris's casino money. People could then all blame Chris for being generally suffocating and unlikable and the bad guy of the story. Jade can be a professional victim, and we can all wonder what we're doing with our lives. So Chris goes banging on for ages about respect and blah blah.
Courtesy of what I do for you.
I don't know, skip.
2,000 years later.
And we land with the Queen of Machines, Diva Neka, and she's busy doing some gangster stuff with her gangster homies from the music videos.
I'll kill you in Jenga.
Oh yeah, you ain't gangster if you ain't jingering up the hood, you know.
So what are you gonna do if you find out he get out and he got all these women?
The producers seem to be hinting towards infidelity for this storyline, so maybe it'll be the next Dirty D, playing Give a Dog a Bone with the contents of his DMs. Or maybe it's just to give a little spice to an otherwise uneventful storyline.
You call that spicy?
Meanwhile, over in Britany Land, she won't be outdone and is going for a spin too. And And reanimated Triple X Tentacion says some stuff.
Well, you know you're gonna blink your eye and be like, baby!
Yeah, I don't know, something about I and a baby.
Baby!
Good job, but I like this guy, he's fun. Although sometimes he gets a bit distracted in the background.
It hung up. What is it be doing now? It just...
Anyway, turns out Asante cheated on Britany when they were separated in prison.
He said it was a one-time thing.
Of course it was. It's always just a one-time thing. But Britany shows worrying signs of forgiving bad behavior in order to keep her man.
You know, he had just been in segregation for a whole month.
Oh, well, that's okay then. After a month in seg, you get a hall passed. Or did it have anything to do with this?
There was a rumor, and it wasn't true.
It's easy to forgive something about someone when you'd also like to forget something about yourself. Or maybe you're just being cynical. Anyway, they split up. She wanted him back. He said no. She slept with someone else. He said yes. And...
Even though we were not together, he feels like I still cheated on him.
Ah, the old Ross and Rachel defense. You're looking for a break, but just end up being broke.
I think I've broken something.
Reanimated Tentacion is very concerned about the future of these two, but something tells me he just doesn't know.
I don't.
So then we come back to Jade for some reason, and she's enlightening us of how amazingly worthwhile she is.
So I wake up at about noon because who has time to make breakfast? And then I'm tired from all of that.
Well, I couldn't care less, but she's all about the love from her fans.
Half of my followers send me pics, and then the other half, hate on me.
And I know which half I'd be in. I can't be bothered with her anymore, so let's see what Neka's up to.
No telling how the hell Asante got that iPhone.
You know this is going on TV, right? You're aware that you'd get extra time if someone, just happened to watch the show or something. But Asante has his mind on something very specific.
On steak, sex, shrimp, and salad.
Salad. All right then. And Neka also has her mind on something.
Do you see other women?
And here comes the answer. Will it be a sincere and heartfelt response, expressing the depth of his love and the breadth of his passions? A reassuring sonnet, each line sculpted to allay fears and show true love's intentions.
Nah.
Yeah, good job, Romeo.
I love him, but I don't trust him.
And over at the Department for Finance, Latisha's waiting for a call from Keith.
I'm waiting on your bonus dad to call.
Interesting. The term bonus dad has caused some debate in places. But is it bad to call him a bonus dad? If it was Jade saying it, I would have thought it had a different context. But in a way, it says positive. It doesn't detract from the importance of baby daddy, but it gives a sense of pride. I don't think it's bad, personally. The daddy part, perhaps. I think the choice to call someone daddy comes from time spent building a meaningful relationship. But I'm not going to pull it apart. And Latisha can't leave all that business with Deanna alone.
Did you sleep with her?
And he gives it the old. Now, Keith tries 3 different ways to get out of telling the truth. Plan A, who, what, huh?
Yeah, what?
Plan B, don't lie but don't tell the truth. Put it back on them and answer the question with a question.
I don't know why you even asking that for.
Plan C, give up and run away.
You're not answering my...
And that pulls Letitia's chain.
Did you say you hang up on me?
Well then, how does that taste? One more time for Britany, and she's also got some plans for the future.
I want to have a baby as soon as possible.
Okay, well, it might be a little ambitious, but there's a lot of options for surrogates and stuff. At K-Rock's home, Britany makes a definitely not scripted move to another room.
I want to get like some pizza or something.
And these guys instantly turn into the most fun people in the episode.
Tattoo. I'm not doing.
Boy, around.
But the brother doesn't trust Britany one bit.
I start taking notice of that mother. I say something fishy going on.
And Britany returns from the pizza thing she said she was doing, with no pizza.
Y'all were here lily-daggling about me.
Lily-daggling?
Lily-daggling.
Lily-daggling.
Yeah, lily-daggling.
Fine, lily-daggling it is. Right then, last stop for the day. Ex-cop Andy is having a lovely day with his daughters, and they've just spotted a bus they've not thrown him under yet.
I'm happy if he can fit under a bus.
Our dad, left us when we were kids.
Oh dear, and judging by the way he's standing there taking all this, the story he's told may not be as complete as we thought.
Our dad would just up and leave us and then kind of leave us high and dry.
He said he'd raised the girls when the mother left. And all this is unwelcome news to Britany, who's been eating all of Andy's stories.
What are you talking about?
And Andy goes for the whole, I did tell you, you just must have forgotten angle.
I've told you this.
I'm not discussing
But Britany's not falling for that old chestnut.
Caller has hung up.
And it looks like the daughters may have got their wish. Well, and that's the end of today's episode. If you've made it this far, then please give a little like and check out one of these beauties. So until I see you again, stay beautiful, love to my 3, you take care of yourself.